Howdy. We're going to make some chili today. First, a little history. Chili was made out of shitty meat, kind of like a barbecue. Traditional Texas chili is going to have basically just a lot of chili powder and some sort of beef typically. So usually a cheap cut, something that the lower class could get, real cheap, almost rancid sometimes. We're not going to go that far today, but we're going to do a few variations, but we're going to keep it pretty true to most Texas-style chilies, based basically on my experience and what I like. So I'm from San Antonio. Pretty much everything I make has cumin and lime and stuff like that in it. So that's going to be my chili. It makes for some interesting desserts, but whatever. One important thing to know is chili does not have beans in it, ever. I've had some pretty good beef soups that had some chili powder and some beans in them, but that's not chili. So get that out of your head and beat up all your friends that think that. I've already done a lot of prep work so that this can be pretty quick and y'all can get on to making yours, because it takes a while, like anything good. And I'm going to walk you through talk about some different options. The most awesome thing about chili is everybody has their own recipe. You're going to come up with your own thing. You're going to have your own secret ingredients. You're going to have your own favorites. And that's really one of the keys to making good chili. So after this, we'll go into the ingredients. That'll summarize this first step, and then later on we'll check on it, and we'll eat it, and we'll be awesome. Alright, thanks. Alright, here are the ingredients that we're going to put in our chili for the most part. In the back row over yonder you can see the spices. I've already pre-mixed those and put them in here. I actually measured everything out for once, and we'll give you all a little bit of an outline on that in the recipe that I include with this. Over here we've got half of a very large chopped onion, and in here we've got a mix of some cilantro, some jalapeno, some garlic, and the juice of a lime freshly squeezed. Here we've got some whole peeled tomatoes and their juice, and some original Rotel. Okay, you should know that including the tomatoes specifically makes this not a true traditional chili, in the sense that true Texas chili is basically just the spice and the beef. However, I think it's delicious, so I'm including it because of my chili. Here we've got two different kinds of meat. This is a tri-tip, which I cubed up. I like tri-tip because it's got these cool, coarse grinds to it, or fibers to it. They break down really nicely after this is cooked for a bunch of hours. I just personally like that texture in my chili. On the topic of texture, this is a pretty thick, coarse ground chuck. It's 80-20. Your butcher should be able to grind it quite a bit coarser than most normal hamburger meat. Personally, I just prefer that texture. I think it also absorbs a little bit more flavor. That's all up to your opinion. Some people will include only one or the other types of meat. It's your call. You can even include sausage or pork or whatever you want to do, venison, buffalo, etc. It's chili. It's all good. All right. Next thing you know, it's going to be in here. Magic's going to happen, and we're going to eat. All right. Thanks. Alright, now what I'm going to do is basically throw all those ingredients in the crock pot, mix it up a little bit, and let it cook. It's going to cook for probably 5 or 6 hours. The longer it cooks, the better. It's even better if you cook it, let it cool, put it in the fridge overnight, and then reheat it the next day. For some reason, it's twice as delicious that way. Chili has the best leftovers known to man. That's fact. So let's mix this shit up and get on the road, because I got to go squat. Okay, let's make some chili. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in the tri-tip. Alright, we're just going to dump that in there. You can see a little bit of juice. That's delicious. We're going to go ahead and put in our ground beef. Okay? Now, let's see if I can do this with one hand without totally screwing it up. Alright? Holy shit, that's a lot. Okay? Alright, here's the crock pot. I had to shake it down a little bit to make sure everything fit. We're going to go ahead and right off the bat we're going to dump our badass chili powder in here. Okay? There we go. It's all going to get mixed up later. Don't really worry too much about that. Alright? Then we're going to go ahead and put in our stinky onions. These are going to give it a nice flavor. Just trust me. There we go. Get those in there. Here's our cilantro and the rest of the goodies. I'll wipe off the rest of that in there in a little bit. Okay, we've got kind of some liquid here. These are the whole peeled tomatoes. They're going to help everything cook nice and evenly. They got their tomato sauce action in there. And then our sweet, delicious, awesome Rotel. Alright, you should always have that in the house. You never know when you're going to need it, which is a lot. Alright? Now, one key thing to use is a wooden spoon. If you're not using a wooden spoon, it's not chili. I didn't make that rule, it just happened. Okay? So, you know, that's pretty good. We'll mix it up later as it cooks. Now we got to get the secret ingredient. Alright? You got to have beer. You don't know how hard it is for me to find Shiner in Seattle, but it reminds me of home, so I use it in my chili. Alright? Let's open this thing up. There we go. And pour the bad boy in. Alright. Now it is chili. Oh, yes. I love it. Oh, I love it. Alright. The best thing about that, leaves that many for me when I'm done. Okay? So, that's basically it. We can mix it up a little bit better. You know what? I think I'm going to add another beer in here. That's not even close to enough liquid. Here we go. Sorry about the one-handed action. There's a lot of jokes there. Have fun. Let's throw this other beer in here. Oh, yes. Perfect. Okay. Leaves 4 for me. I'm going to have to go to the store. That's not nearly enough. Alright. So, we kind of mix this up. You can see I fill it to the very top. It's because I love these leftovers. And you will too. Alright? So, cover it up. Mix it every once in a while. Just make sure. If you're cooking this in a Dutch oven, you're going to have to stir it a little more often and double check on it. If you're cooking it on the stovetop with an open pan or skillet or whatever, you're going to have to add some liquid as you go. This crock pot tends to not boil off too much. So I can just pretty much cover it up, go to the gym, and forget about it. Alright, so the next time you see me, I should be pulling this stuff out, throwing it in a bowl, and nom-nomming. Alright? See you soon. Thanks.